Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you about dermatitis around the mouth due to your COVID mask. So I've been getting a lot of patients coming into the practice or sending me DMs after returning back to work and using their masks, and they're suddenly noticing that they're getting these breakouts. Some of them are experiencing a dermatitis, others are saying that there's this serious itchiness sensation around the mouth, and it's leaving them with a pigmentation after a week after it resolves. So this is my story, and this is how I came up with my treatment plan. So last year when COVID hit, I had to use my mask for long periods of time, and it's not a secret. I do suffer with very sensitive skin, and I have acne on top of it. So after using my mask, I started noticing that over a period of time, it started getting very moist around my nasal area and around my mouth, exactly where the mask was situated. The area became red, and after a few days, I had this severe pruritus, which is severe itchiness. It then became very inflamed, and it spread throughout the lower part of my face. I was freaking out because there was very few people that could help me, because not everybody knew about COVID and skin conditions related to masks. So I started reading up on why was I getting it and nobody else in the practice seemed to be getting this skin condition. And what I realized is my pH of my skin is so important. Because I'm acne prone, and this applies also to eczema patients, because I'm acne prone, my pH of my skin needs to always be on an acidic level. So it always needs to be low. And when I was breathing out and with this mask covered over, that skin that was under the mask was exposed to carbon dioxide and the moisture, and this was making my pH much higher. So it's making my skin alkaline. That is why other areas were not affected. It was just localized to where the mask was. So I realized I needed to treat the barrier of the skin. I needed to take some antihistamines for the itchiness, and I needed to use products to lower the pH of my skin. So I came up with my own protocol, and within 7 days it resolved. But then I noticed that I was getting this reoccurrence because I had to use the same mask, and that's where my silk journey began. With hair loss, treating hair loss, I knew silk pillowcases was a must. But when looking at the face, I knew that we needed to create something that was really, really healthy and kept the hydration of the skin, but also giving us a little bit of protection. So I created the silk mask, and the silk mask, basically, you'll notice that when I started my first range of masks, it has this adjustable bands, and the reason why we had this adjustable bands is sometimes when you buy a mask, the ear, it doesn't fit, it's too small or it's too big, and this is what I'm referring to. It's these pre-made elasticated loops. Also, would you have this mask, you'll notice in some of my videos, I have this mask on and the ends are cut off, and that's because I was suffering with this severe dermatitis, and it was itchy, and I had massive breakouts, but I needed to ventilate so that the carbon dioxide wouldn't build up. And I found that as the pandemic got worse, I needed to also protect myself and fully cover up, as well as protect my patients after I got vaccinated. So I created these masks, which have a double silk layer, adjustable straps, and they're actually really lovely to use and to wear. But what I started noticing is that the top started falling. So the first set of masks I have are these, and then the newest ones are the ones with a little nasal pin on the tip. So it's quite easy to put on. It doesn't affect your hair. And you can adjust the strap. Yeah. So a lot of patients started buying them, and I usually, when I treat acne and I notice that it's around the mouth area, not hormonal acne, but more the breakouts are sitting around the mouth. I tend to put them on the program and try to make the swap maybe the following month, the silk mask. And most of them have agreed that it's a huge difference. And once you use the silk, you'll realize why, something, so it is expensive, I won't lie. Um, but when you paying for the silk, you're actually paying for quality. And this is something that's very important for patients to understand, that as a buyer, you need to be aware of, number one, if a package says, looks like silk, please look for the writing that says it is silk, because most of the time it's satin. The second thing is there's a huge difference between silk and satin. With silk, it's an organic protein, it's basically woven, it's hypoallergenic, it doesn't dehydrate your skin, it prevents sleep wrinkles, and it also stimulates your hyaluronic acids and stimulates and opens the barrier of your skin so that your products will penetrate deeper. It's beautiful. It's really a lovely thread, and that's why it's so expensive. Also, what's important is to know the unit of measurement. So that is Momme. Momme is a Japanese word that just tells you the thread count of silk. So when you're buying cotton, for example, cotton sheets, you always want to know what's the thread count, because a higher thread count just makes it more quality, makes it a better quality, a better fabric. The same thing applies for silk. So between 12 and 23, those are usually the quantity of the units that is required for silk pillowcases. Mine is a 19 Momme. When it's over 30, it's basically that very heavy textured silk, and that they use in beddings. So with my masks as well as my silk pillowcases, the Mommes are 19. I do have silk certificates, because silk is very difficult to import. It's very difficult to get a supplier for silk, and for it to be organic silk. So guys, if you are interested in purchasing silk masks, just WhatsApp us on 072 6013. My team will get back to you and will explain the benefits of silk. When you buy the silk, you'll also get a little package, and in the package it shows you how to wash it, how to take care of it. The benefits of silk is also there. So everything's given to you. Just remember that if you are suffering with severe dermatitis, the silk mask is not going to treat that completely. You do need prescription medication, but it does help with the sensitivity, and it does help prevent the reoccurrence. I've been using it now for the last 9 months, and I haven't gotten a breakout, or I haven't gotten the dermatitis since. So I believe in the product, and I know most of my patients do, and I'm very excited to share this with you. And I've never done a video regarding my own product, but I noticed that the number of patients coming into the practice have been increasing, and so I thought this would be a great way to share my experience and also give you a bit more info. So love you guys. Take care. I know most of you are going back to work. Be safe. Remember to maintain all your COVID protocols, and also remember, guys, please get vaccinated.